Hey there, what's up? What's up? What's going on, you guys? Welcome in. On the mend here. On the mend. I know. Been quite a difficult ride this week for me. But I want to do a twin flame reading. I hadn't done one in a while. Mostly because I'm feeling like there's been this divergence, okay? There's been this real awakening and awareness of I must follow my path, right? If the twin isn't coming around or isn't waking up or something like that, there's this kind of like, you know what? I just got to move forward. There's that kind of feeling. There's also, I have been in contact with several twin couples who have come into union, and that is what's going on for them. Also, some soulmates who've been chosen over the twin. So let's just see what I'm getting here. Messages for you, twin flame energies. This is early December 2019. I am going to be doing 2020 forecasting for all zodiac signs. That's going to be coming up in the next week or so. So you'll see that. Also, twin flame forecasting for 2020. So this is twin flame energies we're looking at. Let's see, we're going to use that, and we're going to use this. Let's see what we get. Let's see what's coming up. We'll see which path we're following here. Whoever is watching, please, messages for who's ever watching on this twin flame journey. What do they need to know right now? What will help them along their journey, please? Okay, let's see here. All right. Yeah, no doubt. Unfinished symphony. Come to the edge. Come to the edge, baby. Thinker. This does feel very much like a choice. A lot of you are making a decision, a choice. And as some of you have known over the past 2 years, as I've been talking about twin flame, that it's not a person, it's an energy, correct? So it's about the quality of that energy. What is really the energy about for you? For some of us, it is about healing unhealthy relationship patterns. For some of us, it is about healing unhealthy abundance patterns. And the other person, the energy that is in that matching frequency, in that high vibration, spiritually awakened frequency, is the thing that is clicking things into place for you. Okay? So if you look at it that way, it's sort of like being open to this kind of conversation, being open to this exploration is in fact twin flame energy, spiritual energy, right? And so when we get focused on the fact that it's a couple, it's a traditional relationship and things like that, I think that's where we get bogged down. I feel like that's a byproduct, and we've talked about this for a really long time, that is a byproduct of the situation, of the energy of being so clicked in with somebody. But again, that's not the purpose of it. Okay, so thinker here, the Aquarian energy, this is really taking you to the edge of what you can possibly imagine. What you can possibly imagine about, it's almost like everything you've known, everything you think about relationships, everything you think about love, abundance, joy, happiness, career paths, your calling is so small compared to what it actually is. You're thinking too small. I think that's what the universe is saying here. We're all thinking too small. King of Cups. Let me just get through this oh, yes. Okay. So, let's see here. Boy, that Six of Swords has shown up in that exact position so many times this week. Yes. Okay. So for some of you, there is a moving on here. There's a moving on from the traditional. This is not what you're thinking about with this person anymore. It's not It's not the thing anymore, right? See that he's leaving the Eight of Cups behind there. That's what has worked in the past, or what has been to him relationship or satisfying relationship. Instead, going on a quest, seeking that holy grail up in the sky there, that Ace of Cups. And it's really moving away from what we have created on this planet as traditional relationship. It's also, the calling here is about broadening, the idea of love from a one-to-one relationship to a one-to-many kind of relationship. So part of the calling of this group of twins, who's ever watching here, is about a one-to-many, about how you expand love into your calling, your mission. How are you doing that? Okay, and I see it might take a personal sacrifice on the part of some of you here. What's underneath, what's not being seen, is King of Cups, which is, how do I exactly communicate my feelings? How do I take what I feel and bring it into the world? How do I do that? Okay, so I feel like one of you, I feel like this is the other. This is the other, not you. Ten of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Page of Wands. So the other is kind of focused on their own damage, focused on, the completion of the idea of being in relationship, or the completion of the old idea of relationship. That's what that is. It's no longer a thing. This could be you. Remember, vice versa. This is a general read. So somebody here has completed the old idea of relationship, but they're vamping, waiting for the next thing to show up. So, okay, so I've gone through my healing. I've done all my work. Well, all my work. I've done my work. I've done my stuff about getting to high vibration and all of this. And so what? What now, universe? I do have something to offer here, a Page of Wands. I do have a message of passion, a message of what I'm wanting to put out into the world. I'm waiting. Remember, we said the last twin flame message was about moving forward. Somebody here is waiting, keeping options open, wanting a message of passion. It's like, I'm done, except if you send me a little note. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm still open to the conversation. Okay? The other person in this, Six of Swords, moving on to a new path, a brand new enlightened path, and interestingly enough, really walking away from heartache here. Literally walking away from heartache. I'm no longer going to do things that are going to put my heart in harm's way. So this person here could be taking a very challenging route in terms of moving forward. Really, it's almost like you're both wanting the same things, but you're taking a different route to get there. Okay, whatever it is, we're totally done with the past. All right, we're totally done. Both of you are totally done with the past. Whatever that was, all the hurt, all the negative energy, all the, whatever. There's this newness here. It's like if this had been brought into the realm of the regular, okay? The regular relationship. If this had been brought into that realm, That's the thing that ended it, or that's the thing that killed it, or that's the thing that made it stop. Something about traditional relationship made this halt, because this is a spiritual connection primarily. And so what essentially we've done is we've confused it. So it's like putting diesel gasoline into a car. In theory, it's fuel. Yes, it's fuel, but the engine can't metabolize it. I don't know why. I don't know the chemistry of diesel versus regular fuel, but that's the idea is if you put diesel in your car, it's not going to work. Okay? That's just not true. It's just not going to work. Theoretically it has value, but it's not the right thing. Okay? It's not the right kind of fuel. It's not the right value for what you're trying to do. It's not the higher vibration stuff. It's not the And that's what's stopping this, because we continually are going back to this, I want it to be a traditional relationship thing. And I feel like that always brings heartache to at least one of you. To at least one of you. There's a bigger mission here that needs to be considered that hasn't been fully realized yet. And there is some sacrifice that comes with this path, in order to realize this higher vibration. I mean, Jesus' story is one of sacrifice for a higher vibration, for a higher purpose. And to align yourself with that energy is the spiritual path. And it's not about like, oh, well, okay, sacrifice, that sounds really hard. I don't want to do that. It's not like that. It's not like, oh, I've all of a sudden got to give away all of my worldly goods. Not really like that. The sacrifice is more about the thought process, the mind, because this is all about swords. The sacrifice is in how you're thinking about it. And then, because what you think becomes real, your thoughts become things. When you're thinking about it being a certain way and the energy's just not aligned, that creates tragedy. It creates sacrifice. It creates hurt. And so instead, being in alignment with the pure vision of the reality of the mission is the answer to the question of how can I bring myself into alignment with this calling. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to continue with this. If you'd like to continue with this, the link is below. This is Twin Flame weekend. I'm going to call it Twin Flame weekend, December 7th through the 9th, right? December 7th through the 9th. In the extended, I am going to pull cards for each zodiac sign. If you're dealing with an Aries, if you're dealing with a Taurus, if you're dealing with a Gemini, okay? So link is below for you, Twin Flames. I will see you over there.